Hello there, this is Joe, and I'm joined by Rebecca, as you can see.
Hi everyone.
And today, this is our first in the series of a new feature called Review Chat. And this particular review chat, as you may have guessed, is about Detroit Become Human. They may have guessed, by the way, Rebecca, because there's an image in the background which is Detroit Become Human, but you can't see that at the moment.
I can't see that yet, no.
She'll see this. It's a surprise to Rebecca as much as it will be to you that we're actually doing this, but yeah.
It is, yeah.
So so we're here to talk about Detroit Human. So I'm going to let Rebecca start of our feelings about it, and then we'll just go into it a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, so I had a bit of a funny relationship with Detroit. I think I was really invested in it and really interested in it around E3. When it was announced, I thought that looks really great. That looks like something up my street. I've had a bit of a 50-50 experience with Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls because I loved Heavy Rain. I liked the exploration in that. I liked that you basically ran everything. But then in Beyond Two Souls, I thought it was a little bit, not as well executed into an extent. So when Detroit was announced, I was really excited for it. And then I played it at EGX last year, and I really liked that as well. And then somewhere between EGX last year and the release day, I was just not too excited. But I got a copy, and it just changed my mind. I just thought it was amazing, and I really, really enjoyed the moral compass that it threw up. It really made me think about my responses to the scenarios and the situations. And I think it kind of made me question, I guess, my opinions and my feelings about this type of topic. It made me think, if this was real life, and because of the setting, it was so easy to put myself in the shoes of these characters. How would I really make these choices? So I think I just really enjoyed the interactive nature and how much it really made me, I guess, question how much of a monster I am with some of the choices I made, really.
I think I was the same as you, really, in that I'd went off it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, well, I said to someone, I really enjoyed Heavy Rain at the time, and they said, I think that's the right word at the time, because it was a good game at the time, but now when you play it, you're thinking, well, it's still good, but it's not quite as good as it used to be. And I never really got into, what was it called?
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. So I was thinking, nah, I just don't know. And I played the demo of Detroit, and I was thinking, because probably the thing that put me off a little bit after playing the demo is the fact that we'd seen that demo at E3.
Exactly, yeah.
So it was a bit like, I don't know if I like that. So I was playing through a demo. But then the second time, when I actually started playing the game and I played through the demo, I was thinking to myself, not through the demo, I played through the bit from the demo.
Past that point.
I was thinking, this is okay. And then as you started to get more and more into it, and I was just thinking to myself, I can be doing with this. It's really good.
It was good, wasn't it?
I think I finished it in a day and a half or something.
I think it was 2 days for me. I literally had to force myself to have a break because I was like, I'm going to finish this game in one go if I'm not, careful. And I wanted to really enjoy it. So I thought, I'll break it up. But 2 days for me. And I think I'm going to go for the platinum as well. I enjoyed it that much. I want to see everything. Yeah.
The thing is, what I really enjoyed, what I said in my video review was I liked it because I think it's a bit like Netflix.
Yeah.
You're kind of just wanting to see what happens next. It's almost like each scene is a new episode, and you're just kind of going through that. And I said on Twitter even, maybe they'd be good at doing episodic games, and you could kind of come back now and again and or you just have to wait in the next episode and you're like, I want to play it now, but it's just kind of waiting. I think that would be really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every aspect of it. I enjoyed all the characters. I thought they were all good characters. I love the way that even though it's set in a city, it feels very varied with the different weather, and there's different settings and stuff, isn't there? And it looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can't believe how, even just the character models themselves, I was kind of shocked at so many instances how realistic they looked. And I thought I could be, watching a TV program right now for the quality that I'm getting. I was really blown away by that. And like you said, the environmental factors, the the rain and the snow, it all seemed to, react to their character models the same way it would in real life. And I was just, even those tiny little details, I just found them so mesmerizing.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I mean, there is things really that's wrong with it, though. Like, I wasn't really a fan of the use of the motion controls. I mean, I know, like, not many people use them now, do they? So it's actually felt quite unusual that it's decided to stick by them and use them. I'm thinking he's actually using the motion controls.
It seems to be something that he likes to do, though, in his video games, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, but, like, so there was things where, like, I don't know about you, but when I was trying to, like, tip the controller to pour drinks and stuff, that would never work. It was really frustrating me. Or there was certain movements, like, for instance, when you had to sort of jerk to the side or whatever, and you had to jerk control left or right to sort of move it the way of a punch or whatever, and it just didn't respond. I mean, and that can have an effect in the game. I mean, if you get hit or whatever, and you end up on the floor, I think someone get killed because of that, because I missed one of those movements.
One of the keys, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a bit annoying. So,
I think, my main issues with it, as well with the motion controls, was the fixed camera angles. I found them really tricky to navigate around. I found myself walking into stuff a lot, and I actually got one of my characters stuck, and I was like, now what do I do? Because I'm literally stuck now. But I think it was a lot harder, and it's obviously, it's a great game, and I found it quite tricky to really pinpoint negatives on it. I've said in my review that I definitely enjoyed Connor's chapters a lot more than I enjoyed Kara's and Marcus's. I felt like his could be a little bit more exploited, and I could actually change his personality, whereas I felt like Kara, she was always going to be a protective mother, role model, and then I felt like Marcus, he was always going to run this sort of revolution, whereas Connor, I felt like he could sort of be more malleable, and I could sort of change him, keep him like robotic, or let him have emotions and feelings, really.
I think what I love is just, like you say, you'd want to get the platinum, so do I actually, but well, I don't, me, I'm not really the big trophy person, but I wouldn't say I want to get the platinum. I'd just say I want to complete it, really. I want to go back.
See everything.
Because, I mean, obviously, as you play through, you get this sort of graph, which goes through the flow chart, which goes through every decision you've made, and then you see all these locked ones. And there's
I know. So many chapters. I was watching the flow chart, and it was just, I was like, is the flow chart going to end, or is it just a continuous, never-ending, model of choices that I missed and things that I, just completely walked past? And I found it was interesting that when you did do the exploration aspect, you found something, it would, unlock a pathway. I thought that was really clever, because it made me really want to get involved with all the environments. It made me think, right, I need to check absolutely everything, because who knows, later down the line, this option, dialogue might come in helpful. It might save someone's life.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's quite interesting, because when you do unlock things and then you just watch the flowchart going along and it goes up or down or whatever, and then you see how it branches off. So there might be one you unlocked, and if you had unlocked that, then there's another 4 under that, 4 different things that you could have done.
Exactly,
and it's like crazy. So, I mean, I think that aspect's really good. So, I mean, I don't know. I think overall I'd have to, looking back so far, I'd have to kind of agree with my review that I've done and your review of round about 8.
Yeah.
9 out of 10. I think that's a fair score, actually, and it's a lot better than I thought it would be.
I think one of the only things that I sort of thought was missing, especially playing Heavy Rain, and I won't do any spoilers, but I was kind of waiting for a big twist, and there is, lots of twists, and there is a twist at the end, but when I compared it to the twist that was at the end of Heavy Rain, I was sort of like, oh, is that it? Like, is that the twist? Like, nothing obviously against the game. I was sort of pulled in anyway by the, the way it manipulated me as a player. Yeah. But I sort of felt like it was lacking just that little something at the end, just to bring it back to like, oh my gosh, this is, really a standout game. I think that's what it needed from me to bump it up to a 9, because I was very close to giving it a 9, but I just couldn't justify just like quite, just with the, the few negatives I found. And then I thought, it is, it's an amazing game, but I wouldn't say it's, exceptional. I would just say it's, amazing. It's really good for what it is. It just felt like it lacked a bit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's just too many issues that keep it from being perfect. And like you said, at the start, it's a little bit mundane, in it, when you're sort of
when you got to clean,
cleaning and collecting people's shopping stuff. I can understand that though, because it must be awful hard to capture an android's life as mundane. I thought so. In a way, it's kind of the perfect scenes, because that is what their life is, and it's kind of building up to, oh, this is our life. We're getting treated like rubbish. It's
clever,
try
isn't
and
it?
become free. So I guess these scenes are necessary, but they're kind of a bit like, oh, what am I doing? I'm doing the dishes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, Heavy Rain was a lot like that as well. So I kind of expected it because of what Heavy Rain was like. I thought, I'll have to open car doors and I'll have to draw baths and I'll have to take rubbish out the same way I did in Heavy Rain. But I think it felt more well implemented in this game than it did in Heavy Rain, because obviously you are essentially a slave in this game. Heavy Rain, you're just doing these tasks because the game wants you to get used to the controls. It wants you to get used to the way that you'll be doing things in the future. But I thought in Detroit, when you really think about it, and you think about it in terms of these guys are robots and this is what their duty is, this is what they have to do, I think it really played off quite well. But as a player, it is a little bit like, oh, can we get going now? Can we actually get into the game?
Yeah, totally agree. But no, I think overall, though, I mean, we've been quite lucky this year, what with God of War. You've not played it yet, but God of War and this one, Detroit, and obviously we've got Spider-Man coming. Just on exclusives alone, we've been pretty lucky so far. So I think this is another... Would you say this is... I mean, what would you say if you had to say to someone, if they said, should I buy this game, what would you say?
Oh yeah, I would say 100% buy it, easily. I don't think it would even come across as a, maybe not, maybe it's not for you. I just think that everything that they did, they made me as a, not only just as a player, but as a human, think like, oh God, like this is wrong. Like, and it's not even a real thing. It's a video game.
Yeah.
Some of the scenes towards the end, and obviously there's so many branches and pathways you can take, but my ending scene with one of the characters was so heart-wrenching, and I was like, I genuinely feel sad, and I made this happen. So I thought that was quite clever, the way it played on your human emotion, as obviously the characters are, they're trying to become human. And the game, Quantic Dreams, have really thought, what hard-hitting scenarios and questions can we throw at players that will make them question their morals, I guess. So yeah, 100%, I'd say anybody who's interested or on the fence, because I was on the fence, I'd say just go and get it, because it's really good.
Yeah, I'd have to completely agree. Actually, I say, like, if you are looking for a game that's a little bit different, but I would say go for it. I mean, it is essentially just like a he's got the Netflix man of gaming. He
is, isn't he?
And I love my Netflix. I love just finding new series, just sitting watching whole thing in a day, and that's kind of like what I've done with Detroit Become Human. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
It was just so interactive, wasn't it? It felt obviously like it felt to me a bit like a Telltale game, but it felt like my choices actually mattered. I feel like some Telltale games they sort of play it off as you can do this and you get the same outcome anyway. But with this, totally I felt so nervous picking choices for some of the big end scenes, because I thought, I don't know, am I going to die because I pick circle instead of square? And I thought that was so clever, the way that it made me feel. And I, sometimes I pause the game and I was like, okay, I've got like 15 seconds left before my timer runs out. I've got to pick, this option or this option. Both are bad. I've got to pick one. And it's just, I thought it was so clever. And the way that your choices impacted the people around you, I really liked that as well, because obviously the aim of the game was to make these friendships or make these alliances, and it wasn't just one of these things where you can just do it for fun. It genuinely plays off at the end of the game.
Totally agree. I mean, it was just a bit it's got, I mean, I now always try and choose the good choices. Maybe next time when I go back I'll try and be a bit harsher or whatever, but I was trying to choose the good things. But I think at one point I made a mistake in my mind that, oh no, I'd done something bad and I shouldn't have done that. I'm thinking to myself, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. What would happen if I didn't do that? And now I kind of want to get back. And I don't know why to play it scene by scene. Maybe just go, because you can go, once you finish, you can go back and just do individual chapters, or were it just play through again? I don't know. I might play through again and then things I've missed, go back scene by scene and do it even different scene by scene. Do them again. Or something. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we'll wrap it up there then. Anyway, that was good. This has been the first in the series of Review Chat. Next up, I think we're going to talk about Vampire. I'm going to be talking with Lloyd about that one. But that's embargoed at the moment. But we'll probably do that sometime next week. So thanks to Rebecca for coming along.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to check us out on squarexo.co.uk. Listen to our podcast. We're also on Twitter /square_XO. And I've wrote that wrong in the graphic, so ignore the graphic. It's square_XO. And also we're on patreon.com/squarexo, where you can back us if you like. I can't believe I wrote that wrong in the graphic.
It's okay. It's the first of the series, it's fine.
I'll change it. Okay, thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.